Good Monday morning, my dear Christian brother or sister, on what I hope is the beginning of a productive week. I hope you are looking forward to a wonderful week in the Lord. And of course, I hope that you're looking forward to our services this week. But more than anything else, as I said, I hope that you're looking forward to living your very best life in Jesus Christ. Well, I got to tell you about yesterday. As I came in the door after morning worship and I laid my jacket down, Nancy could tell I was down. She said it was just the way I laid the jacket down. She was right. You know, it seemed that yesterday everyone I spoke to was experiencing pain of one form or another. Some emotional pain, some physical pain, some the pain of worry or of illness or possible illness. And there were just a lot of folks in our church that were hurting in one way or another. And as their pastor, it hurts me as well. But it all came to a head when at the end of the service I found out we had lost another dear sister in Christ, a true loving soldier for the Lord, our dear sister Wilma. And I'll be honest with you, I left the pulpit feeling like I had been sucker punched. It took me a while to remind myself that there's one thing that we can be absolutely certain of as a follower of Christ, that we will get hit on occasion. We often don't see it coming. It could be a health crisis, a loss of a loved one, an unemployment shakeup, or a betrayal, or some form of mockery or persecution. Or maybe it's something we're aware of, something we thought was mild or temporary, but when it hits and it morphs to a molehill, from a molehill to a mountain, it's hard to take. The thing is, the question is not whether we find ourselves in battle, but when. James tells us, "Count it as joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds." Paul likewise says it's part of our privilege as believers. In Philippians 1:29, he says, "It's been granted to you that for the sake of Christ you should not only believe in him, but also suffer for his sake." We don't want to hear that, do we? But we all remember vividly the times we've been hit. And many of us, even though some of these hits are very old, we are still recovering from them. And the thing is, we have a enemy who specializes in sucker punches. He schemes how he will execute, watching for opportune times, hitting when he thinks it will connect with the most force, when we least expect it and from an unexpected direction. The Bible assures us nothing touches us apart from the sovereign sanction of the Lord, and the Lord uses it for his purposes and for our good. We know that, but there's a reason he tells us to remain fully clothed in his armor, because forces are arrayed against us shooting fiery arrows. The bottom line is there are times we'll get hit. And sometimes we're hit with such force that we're knocked down. I mean, life takes a hard tilt and the effect is the same as being thrown face down to the ground. The circumstance is devastating. The pain, whether it's physical or emotional, is excruciating. Try as we might, in that moment it's difficult to hold on to any semblance of hope or joy. The Apostle Paul wrote this: "We are afflicted in every way, but not crushed, perplexed, but not driven to despair, persecuted, but not forsaken, struck down, but not destroyed." By the way, that's 2 Corinthians 4:8 and 9. We rejoice that because of Christ we're not crushed, despairing, forsaken, or destroyed, as Paul says. We need to remind ourselves that the enemy's goal is to do what he's doing, to devour us. The Lord's goal is to grow us in faith, trust, and endurance. When we're hit hard and knocked to the ground, it feels like our strength is just plain gone. That's how I felt when I came in yesterday. The bruises of hurt, heartache, and pain keep us pinned, but the Lord is faithful. He has given us powerful truths to hold on to when we are down. Truths that allow us to get back up again. Then we go to the scriptures for encouragement, and we listen when he speaks to us. He who is greater than you, he who is in you is greater than he who is in the world. That's 1 John 4:4. Nothing will be able to separate us from the love of God in Christ. Romans 8:39. But the God of all grace, who hath called us unto his eternal glory by Jesus Christ, after that ye have suffered a while, make you perfect, establish, strengthen, settle you. 1 Peter 5:10. And of course, my favorite. We know that all things work together for the good of them who love God, to them who are called according to his purpose. Romans 8:28. I have to remind myself sometimes that even though it's difficult, we may be down, but we're not out. We can rise again. We'll fight another day thanks to Jesus and his sacrifice and his grace and his love for us. We're all going to get knocked down sometimes, and we're all going to feel like just giving up, quitting. But I pray that if you're feeling that way today, if you've been sucker punched by life, circumstances, or someone you love and respect, I pray that you will listen to me and pray, forgive, ask the Lord for strength, and cheer up, my brother, and arise to fight again today and the day after and the day after. I want you to know that I'm here should you need me. I truly love you all. You are never a bother to me. Don't ever hesitate to call and talk to me. I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.